Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's cross-training class. My name is Connor. Today, we're going to be focusing on just getting a nice sweat in, all right? We're going to be providing a challenge to our cardiovascular systems to provide the oxygen that we need necessary to keep going, to our muscles and everything, transport the nutrients. So the more efficiently we can do that, the better, and the longer we're going to be able to move and do more efficiently. So for today's class, you are going to need, as you see in front of you or in front of me, a Bosu ball or something similar, something that could be substituted as like a couple couch cushions stacked on top of each other, something to lift you off the ground, but it's not as rigid as a chair or table, just because the lack of rigidity is going to help challenge the stability that we can provide to our own muscles. You're going to need a set of dumbbells. If you have two, that's great, because one of the exercises that we're going to do requires slightly heavier weight, because it's more of a compound movement than anything else. So if you have that, that's great. If not, I'm sure we can make do. It'll still be a good workout. Like I said, we're going to be doing cardio, so it's not really based on muscle that much. Although, everything we do is powerful muscle. So yeah. You're also going to need a jump rope, yoga mat, as always, or something else soft, and then some water, because we are going to get pretty sweaty today. I know right now in this exercise room, it's like 70 degrees outside, so it's pretty warm. I know I'm going to be getting a good sweat, so hopefully you guys get a lot of the workout too. So without further ado, let's start with our warm up. We'll start with just loosening up our neck. We'll do some neck circles. I'm going to put my hands behind my back, get a little better stretch in the trapezius muscle. All right, and we'll just go with some gentle neck circles to start. All right, I'm going to switch sides, the opposite direction. So with today's workout, I'm going to show you a couple moves after we're done our warm up, just to expedite the process of when we're actually going through the workout, because time between exercises is going to be crucial. We want to try to be as constant as possible, and that means very quick transitions. All right, so hopefully we'll acclimate you to some of the moves before we start. Next, we're going to do something I like to call, I think I made this up, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody else do it, Michael Phelps arms. So if you used to watch him in the Olympics, he would be over the water getting ready to start on a starting block, and he would just wave his arms out, loosening them up, shoulders. Just let them hang, let gravity do most of the work, and momentum carry you to loosen yourself up. I like to do this too, because it gets an even added loosening up effect, like a stretch in your middle back. All right. Next up, we're going to just do some high knees. All right. So in place, just doesn't have to be super fast, but make sure you focus on getting those knees up. They should ideally be above your waist. All right. Remember to pump those opposite arms too. It doesn't have to be fast. Just focus on getting them high. Do this for like 10 more seconds. Keep that chest up. It'll help get your bellies up a little bit. All right. And then finally, we're going to do some step back lunges with just a slight extension of our trunk. All right. So first, I'm going to drop my right foot back into a lunge, reach up, slightly extend the trunk. All right. We'll come back up. Left foot back, down into the lunge. Extend the torso. All right. So for today's workout, we are going to be doing 3 cycles of 5 exercises. Pretty similar format that we've been doing recently. The exercises that we're going to have 1 minute rest between the cycles too. The reason that it's a low rest is so that we can actually try to sustain a heart rate. You're going to be able to catch your breath hopefully and get a drink of water, cool yourself down a tiny bit, but the idea is that you're going to be working pretty much the whole workout, not a ton of rest. So the 5 exercises that we are going to do are split squat hops. So basically just a lunge. You're going to jump. You can swing your arms for momentum. Get down to the lunge with the other legs, just like that. All right, back and forth. Then we're going to be doing a Bosu ball bench press. So we would grab the weights, sit down on the ball, roll ourselves out until the ball is at our mid back, not our low back, not our neck, but our mid back. We're going to contract the core and our glutes, and then we're just going to be working on a bench press. Okay, make sure your elbows aren't too flared out on that one. Then we are going to have a wall-based mountain climber. So hopefully have a nearby wall that you could use. I'll be over here. And it doesn't really matter what angle, but the more horizontal you go, the actually easier it is because you don't have to lift your knees up as much. But we're going to be pumping our legs as fast as we can. Remember, it's a cardio workout for 30 seconds, and then we'll do some dumbbell rows. So one arm at a time. I guess you only need one dumbbell for this, but this is where the heavier ones will come in handy. So kind of like in your lunge stance, my left foot will be forward. I have the weight in my right hand. I'll hinge at the hip a little bit, lean into that front knee. I'll pick up the dumbbell from the ground, and then with my left hand on that front knee, just to support my torso a little bit, I'll reach down, protract my shoulder, then pull back at the elbow to the waist, to the hip, the weight is at my waist, and pull back at the elbow, and then that'll be retracting the scapula. So just like that. That is the row, and then we would do it on the other side too. Remember, that's with the slightly heavier weight, and then finally we have 30 seconds of jump rope to end the cycle. All right. Now let me really quick check my time so far just to see where we're pacing it. All right. Sounds good. So if you are ready, we can hop basically right into our workout. I'm going to grab a drink of water before we start, but we'll get right into it. So the first one we're going to do is split squat hops. I'm already sweating a little bit. It really is warm in here. Also, sorry if there's any obstruction in my voice. Trying to stay loud and projecting, but I do have a fan going in the corner there. It's not helping much, but a little bit better. All right. So with these split squat hops, make sure you have like a solid base, okay? You don't want to be slipping and sliding. If you need something to help you, keep your balance in the splits, that's fine. But once we get started with this cycle, we're going to try to keep going constantly until the end, all right? Shouldn't be too long, but keep a high intensity for the whole time. Short rest period between. We'll knock all three out like it's nothing, all right? So we'll get down into a lunge. My left foot is forward, drop it down. Your knee should not touch the ground on these because that's a very dangerous thing. If we're going to be hopping and then letting our knee come down, that's a lot of impact on the knee. We don't want that. But we'll drop it down close to right ankles like this, and then we'll get ready. So each time you come up, you should probably swing your arms, all right? And it would help if you swung the opposite arm because that's more like running. That's what we're doing with cross train, all right? So here we go. So 10 of these, all right? 10. Ready? And go. Oh, it should be opposite. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Bosu ball bench press. So I'll sit down on the Bosu ball. I'll get my weights ready. Roll it out till it's at my mid back. Track my core and glutes. Keep my elbows tucked. 10 of these. 4, 5, 6. Try to keep your torso stable and not bouncing on whatever you're laying on. 8, 9, 10. All right. Put the dumbbells down. Next up, we have the wall mountain climbers. So 30 seconds of mountain climbers. I got the timer. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Oops, that door was open. Try to get those knees up. Pump those knees, just like in the high knees. That's what we're trying to focus on here. The bigger the movement in the legs, the bigger toll it's going to take, the more energy it's going to demand. Check my time. All right, we got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Now we have the dumbbell rows, so one side at a time. I'm going to put my left leg first, put my hand on top, hinge at the hips a little bit, bend that back leg, pull with my elbow towards my hip. Let the shoulder come forward on the way down, pull it back on the way up. The rest of your body should stay pretty stable. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll switch sides to the weights of my left hand now. Stepping out with my right leg, right hand on my right leg. Pull it back to the waist. 3, 4, 5. These weightlifting ones are a good time to catch your breath if you can. Make sure you're breathing with it. 9, 10. All right. Finally, we have 30 seconds of jump rope. So get that jump rope ready. I'll get my timer ready. 30 seconds. Ready, and little hops. I'm not great at jump rope. Keep going, you got this. Keep going. Doesn't matter if you mess up, you just hop right back into it. Doesn't have to be continuous. We got about 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice job. That is cycle 1. Good job. Hopefully those movements weren't too tricky for you. You got to acquire them, because the next 2 cycles that we do, might not have to spend as much time talking about the form as much as I will. Just, keep the intensity up, keep your heart going. All right. The less time we spend between movements, the more time we spend active, the more work it's going to do for our heart rate and burn more calories. But we'll take this minute rest. Probably got about 30 seconds left. Not probably, we do. I don't know about you, but the split squat hops, it's kind of brutal to start with. I'm not gonna lie. I might be a little mean with that one. All right. 10 seconds left, and then we'll get right into it. So if you want, you can get ready with that lunge position. You can just spread your legs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's important to stay upright there. All right. Next up, we have the Bosu ball bench press. Roll it down. Should have already grabbed the weights because it's a bad shoulder angle, but it's all right. Balls to the mid back. Glute and core activated. Go. 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Next up, we have mountain climbers on the wall. All right. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Up those knees. Keep the intensity up. You got this. Stay upright. Keep your shoulders pulled back so you're not cheating. You want to work to get those knees up, not your shoulders down. Check the time. All right. Got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, we have the rows. All right. Start with my left foot forward, reaching down with my right arm. Remember, these are the heavier weights. Ready? And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll switch sides now. Right foot forward. Pull back to my waist. Keep the pace up. You don't have to rush through them, but make them count. You want to challenge your heart. 10. Okay. Finally, we have 30 more seconds of jump rope. I got the time. 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, 20 seconds left. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep going. Tiny hops. Keep those feet together for 10. Chest up so you can breathe. All right, we got a little over 5 seconds left. Push it through to the end of this cycle. Here we go. One more. 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, hopefully you guys got a little more consecutive jump rope reps in than me. All right, we got a minute break. I guess just under. Make sure you get some water in you. You need to take a breath. I mean, if you need to pause this too, definitely take your time. But that's only if you really need a minute. If you're feeling it, that's a good thing. We only got 1 cycle left. You really want to push through. That's when you're going to get the most out of the workout. I am definitely sweating. All right. Too much time. 20 more seconds left. Wipe that sweat out of your eyes. Get ready because we only got 1 more cycle left. All right. Get ready for 10 split squat hops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. No, that would be 10. There we go. I can't really count my twos very well. Bosu ball bench press now. So get those weights ready. Walk it down mid back. Contract the glutes in the core. 10. Stay as stable as you can while you're laying down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Next up, we have the mountain climbers on the wall. All right, 30 seconds. I got the call. 3, 2, 1, go. Make this one count. Make these ones your best mountain climbers yet. It's the last cycle through. Keep breathing, keep breathing. You need to allow your body to deliver the oxygen. Almost time. Oh, wait. That's it. We got. All right. Next up, we have the split stance dumbbell rows. So left foot out first, left hand on my knee. Pull it back to my waist. Keep this elbow tucked. So you're really pulling with the shoulder. It shouldn't be a curl. You should allow your back to do the work. Not pulling with your shoulder, but the muscles behind your shoulder. Your back muscles that pull your shoulder back. 9, 10. All right, switch sides. 3, 4, 5. It's almost like I'm reaching back to put something in my pocket. 9, 10. All right. Now 30 seconds of jump rope. This is the last one. Try to make it your best one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. If I can do a full 30 here. Ah. Yeah, my hand a little bit. Oh man, I'm just not feeling it today. All right, here we go. We still got 10 seconds left. Keep pushing it, keep pushing it. Keep going. Hopefully you're not laughing too much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. All right. Nice job. Give yourself a round of applause. You did great. Hopefully you kept going that whole time with jump rope. Did a little better than now I'm tangled it. We will start with a cool down in a minute, but definitely take your time, catch your breath, get a drink of water first. I gotta get that jump rope out of my sight. It's like my worst enemy right now. I'll give you another minute, catch your breath, allow your body to kind of cool down just a little bit from the sweatiness. At least that's what I need. Make sure you're focusing on your breathing here. You want to take some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Cleanest air you get is the one that comes from your mouth. I mean your nose. Exhale through your mouth for the greatest dispersion. All right. So for our cool down, we are going to start with just 5 jumping jacks. Make them really wide and flowy motions. Doesn't need to be fast. All right. 5 flowy jumping jacks. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm counting to 10 because I'm only counting halves. 9, 10. Sorry. I mean, it was like 10 parts, but in order to make it really wide and flowy, I just counted like half parts. Sorry about that. It was fine. It was only 5 jumps. All right, next up, we're going to do some isolateral knee drives. So literally one leg at a time as if you're doing high knees, but we're going to end up reaching back like a lunge kind of. So first thing I'll do is I'll tap my right foot back and then bring it forward with my arm. All right, and we'll do the same thing on the same side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Should look like you're a sprinter taking off from the starting line. All right, I'll go with my left foot back. Ooh, lost my balance a little bit there. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we're going to do just a couple squat reaches. We'll get down in the squat and then reach for the sky. We'll do this 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, finally, we're just gonna walk around, do a little more arm circles. If you prefer, you can do some Michael Phelps arms if you like that. It's up to you. Just make sure you are walking around. It's important to get those legs. Those leg muscles are the biggest ones in your body, so you want to keep them going too. All right, get a little trunk twists going. Hopefully, you feel like your breath is a little bit more caught up. If not, if you need to take some more time, please, by all means, do that. All right, pause the video right now. You can go take more steps, walk around, do any of the moves we just did. Just make sure that they're slow and controlled, but still big movements so that we can activate all those muscles. Promote the oxygen clearance or the carbon dioxide clearance from our muscles so we can get more oxygen to them. All right. All right, but now we're going to move into just some stretches. All right. So we'll start off with regular hamstring stretch. We'll put our feet together, reach up to the sky, hinge at the hips, kick your butt back a little bit, and then reach down towards your toes. Make sure you're hinging at the hips primarily. I know that it's going to look like my back is rounded, and it somewhat is, but my primary movement is my hips. That's why I like to start, in this upright position, because I feel like you can visualize kicking your butt back first a little bit better. See how my butt's going back? I'm trying to keep my back straight here. This is probably where I would stop in order to not bend my back at all, but it's okay to have a little bit of flexion in the lumbar spine as long as you're not putting yourself through a lot of weight with it. And that definitely gives me a better stretch of my hamstrings when I do that. All right. Next up, we'll extend our feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width. All right. I'm going to shift my weight to my right side. I'll try to put my hips down towards my heel here. Make sure both feet are pointed forward. Apply a little bit of extra pressure over here. Stretch out our groins. If you want, you can even add a stretch like this. This is kind of another yoga position, but I'm not allowed to do that. So I'm telling you. All right, we'll come back up. Go to my left side. Apply some pressure here. Hips to that heel. Feet straight. And I'll stretch my lat out a little bit. This last stretch will probably feel really good if you had some heavy weight with those rows. Okay. Now we are going to just do tricep opener and then a chest opener. So just not a tricep opener, it's just a tricep stretch. Reach across the body, grab that elbow, pull it closer. Should feel all in the back of the arm and the back of the shoulder. All right, switch sides. See, notice like I'm still walking around a little bit, and that's so my body has more of a chance to cool down, get that heart rate down safely. It's important. I mean, it's smart to not necessarily stand or sit, especially not sit after you have an intense workout. All right, now we're going to open our chest a little bit. If you have any shoulder problems, maybe don't try to push this one too much because this one's a little bit more dangerous, but I don't think it's necessarily dangerous. We're not adding a lot of load to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach behind my back. This is my right arm, so I'll put it on my left hip with my palm facing away from my body. And then I'll sneak this hand underneath that wrist and pull it so that I'm trying to pull my hand where it's pointing. And you should feel a stretch in the front of your shoulder on this side. All right, now I'm going to switch sides. So now my opposite hand is going to be on the outside of this hip. I'll sneak this hand there on the wrist and pull it that way. This should feel good if you had a heavy weight for those bench presses because this is stretching out the chest muscles and the anterior shoulder. The primary movers in the push-up or a bench. All right. That is it for today. Hopefully you're cooled down enough. And seriously, if you still feel your heart racing, take another lap. Just keep walking around, doing some arm circles. Allow your body a chance before you just sit down and go into rest mode. All right. Thank you very much. See you next time.